All right, we're working on a Honda Odyssey 5.3. I believe this is an '07 model. We're going to do in the AC clutch. Seems pretty popular to do. We bought this tool. It's the part number coming from Amazon. This one is the clutch itself. This one comes with everything you need pretty much other than some specialty tools. But it does come with the 10 millimeter bolt that holds it in place. And then it has two lock ring washers and some shims. We'll be using the shims that are in it because they're already the right, you don't have to figure it out. Right spacing. And you just have the clutch itself. So it's just a connection that's electrical on the back. This assembly will come off with the snap rings, a couple snap rings. And this one you'll pull off in the back, push this one on, bolt it all down. First thing we'll have to do is we'll be pulling the wheel off, taking the plastic wheel well down to get access. It is all the way at the bottom. So we're going to do it from the bottom and we'll drop the belt. So we'll be back when we get it up in the air and do all that. Alright, we got the wheel off, supported jack stands. Next will be to get this cover so we can get to the clutch behind here. So we have a bunch of these little push-ins. We'll pop those off, move this out of our way, get busy. Alright, we got the wheel well folded over. And this is our guy in here. So the 10 millimeter, this is for your tensioner for your belt. So we'll put a wrench on this, slide the belt off, and we'll take the 10 millimeter off, get some better light in here, and then start working on the clips. All right. So on this pivot deal, there's one, it's 3/4, not 19. You can barely see it down in there. Sorry, my phone won't focus. I have to bust out them GoPros at some point. But anyway, you can see it's silver down there. There's an upper and there's a lower. The lower on this one is stripped. I'll post a picture of that by whoever did it at the dealer last time. But there's an upper one that I didn't know about till I looked at the assembly. If you were going to replace the assembly, this bolt in the center goes right where the pulley that goes right into the block. There's a pivot point here, there's a pivot point here at the bottom that you can see is all rounded off and stripped by the nice guy that did it last time. However, no one touched that top one. And this got this little shock compressed. It wouldn't budge. I was rocking the whole motor. And I pretty much was about to give up. And then it let loose. Yeah, 3/4 on the top one. It would be 3/4 at the bottom. I highly recommend doing the top. You do have to move two things in order to move this handle here. So you loosen up your brake fluid reservoir, and these clips here on this one, this harness, this pulls out, don't push in. That's what I was doing at first. And then there's one down here. Again, it's on this here that it sits on, and this one pulls out, and then you pull it off. If you push it in, it does nothing. So that was fine me. So you can see that one down there. So this one right here, this little tab pulls out towards the engine, and you slide it off this bracket there. More importantly is get it on that upper that you don't see. So I looked at the assembly and I seen that, so there we are. All right, so I got this front piece off. I had to cut the snap ring, it would not budge. And then these two little washers, that's what shims it away. This one, where the belt rides, I tapped it in the back of the from behind and just tapped it with 3/4 inch. Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, 3/8 extension and a hammer. Tap, 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 tap. Fell off. Then there's the electrical part. It's like a coil, I believe it's called. That needs to be disconnected from the rear. This one here. So I just need to see how I squeeze and take this thing off without seeing it. And then there's a snap ring on this one, the outside one, which the ones that I have don't reach, so I'll have to phone a friend. Taking a break. Be back at it in a minute. So we disconnected that one, put the new one on, the snap ring. Where'd it go? I'm not sure, but the straight pliers, the angled pliers, none of them worked. What I ended up doing was grabbing this what size is this one? If you happen to have a, I can't even see what that says, a 30. Yeah, 30. What we ended up doing was put it around the side of it and then set this all the way down, push it on, and then just push it off, and it popped into the place. It's pretty deep in there. You can't use a super deep one, like a straight one here. It won't fit between there and the frame. Also, 1.5 inches would have worked, but the problem with the 1.5 inches is that this one is at an angle and the other ones are flat. So these teeth were getting caught up on the little lip in there. But anyway, I would have went and bought some, but Home Depot didn't have them. So kind of fixing it like if I was on the side of the road. But yeah, now that piece is on with the electrical connections in. I put the other 2 pieces on with the other jagged snap ring. See how that goes on. And a 10mm belt. We'll see how it goes. Oh, one other thing. So on these snap rings, there's a slight bevel. And then there's a flat side. The flat sides go to the surface. The bevel goes face up. You can kind of see it on this one here. It's a little rounded, and that side's just flat. So the other one's the same. The circle went on the part with the electrical connection, which I believe is a coil. And then this is just the pack, and then the coverage goes on next. So they were both in like this, so you couldn't grab them. So I'm putting them both like this, so you can maybe next time. Hopefully there won't be one. Okay, so we got the belt back on. We put that same assembly on, same way, 10mm. And now we're just cleaning up. I broke a couple of clips, 3 or 4, so I put new ones in. We already ran it, and it works. So after I clean up this giant mess, we're good. That's it. Like and subscribe.